The southwest of England is wet. It gets a lot of rain. Yet, surprisingly perhaps, this rainfall does not always give people usable water. In high summer, particularly in country areas, water has to be looked for, and much of it, even in this age of high technology, has to be found by dowsers. Each of these 500-odd pins marks a water divining discovery somewhere in Cornwall or Devon, made by Donovan Wilkins of Chacewater. Indeed, he's made his living out of finding water the old-fashioned way, and some of his most successful finds have been on the Isles of Scilly, nearly 30 miles out from Land's End, surrounded by the salt Atlantic. Now there's more work to do on the islands. So Don's off again with his wife Margaret on a combined business and pleasure trip. Donovan found many successful sources on the Isles of Scilly, an area where fresh water tends to be in even shorter supply than on the mainland.
Developed an affinity to the islands and the islanders, and I've been privileged to work on several of them and meet and live with the people and work there.
Yeah, there's water under there.
There is? Yeah.
Like a villa. Besides the fact that I dowsed a long time ago.
Island life of necessity has its difficulties. There's not too much natural resources there, and that's partly why I was there, to find water. Such a wonderful thing to do, and I think appreciated by the islanders, because there certainly was a lack when I went there. However, by the time I left, there was water for everyone. This is one of the places where I found water. I'd like you to have a look at it, and Margaret as well. As you can see, there's very, very little area around in which we had to look. Previously, they'd had a shared water supply. Have a look a minute, Margaret, will you? See what you can find. I'll tell you why in a minute. And it really wasn't enough. And just here, I managed to find where 3 water courses cross. And we drilled it down through 1, 2, 3. And I wonder whether Margaret will in fact pick them up, because she's never seen this lot before. It was in the days when I did all my own divining. But I don't know whether these people sitting down drinking their cup of tea realise that for me they wouldn't be drinking it. Oh, that's still there. Oh, that's very good.
The Isles of Scilly are special. They attract a rather different kind of holidaymaker than mainland resorts. They don't usually come to lie on beaches and wallow in the sun, but to walk, watch the wildlife, or just absorb the unique and ancient atmosphere. If they want to reach the smaller outer islands, they must go by local boats. They don't wait for couriers. They'll tend to find out things for themselves. And if there's a dowser like Don aboard, they'll listen to him.
While I was drilling on St. Martin's, a gentleman and his wife came round every day that they were there to see how they were getting on.
Really?
And we got discussing like we were there. And eventually the subject got deeper and deeper. And the last, this gentleman said, well, I think I ought to tell you I'm a man of the cloth. So I said, well, that's fair enough, I accept that. And it really doesn't make any difference to what I've got to say. But I said, I'd like you to come up to a certain place up here with me. And we went up there to somewhere where I know was a site of early habitation and where certain stones had been placed.
Right.
And I asked him to share the divining rod with me.
Right.
And he was a little bit shaken.
Oh, because he picked something up?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, what does it feel like? And he said to me, it feels like when I kneel in front of the altar in my church.
Right. I'm
And I
interested
said,
in that.
you've got
Yeah.
an altar stone, haven't you?
Yeah.
You see, the altar stone
An ancient place of prayer.
collects energy
No. Yeah.
and redistributes it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the power of the church could come from that.
That's right. You get the feeling in a very old church, don't you? That you don't get
Not
in a new
in
one.
the new ones. They don't dedicate them in the right way, in a sense.
That's right. Yeah.
The old people knew.
I guess you're able to pick up ley lines quite easily.
Tourism is expanding. That's a fact of life, like it or not. On the island of St. Martin's, developers have planned a big hotel. There has been local opposition, and it being a land belonging to the Duchy of Cornwall, Prince Charles has had to be consulted about design. The result is a building built to look like a row of traditional fishermen's cottages, faced with local granite. But this apart, the big snag has been the total lack of available fresh water, which is where Donovan comes in. Everything for the building has to be brought in by boat, including the owner, Robert Francis. He's a hard-headed businessman, but he still feels that difficulties can be overcome.
Well, as you can see, it's an absolutely wonderful location here, with white sand beaches, beautiful clear water, and St. Martin's, of course, has got the best beaches in Scilly. And when we found this site here, we realised that there wasn't anywhere better. It's absolutely unique. Before we could even build it, the biggest problem we faced was that we couldn't just rely on mains water. There's no mains water here. And we had to drill for our water. First of all, we had to find it. And we needed somebody really clever to be able to do that. And we found Don Wilkins. So we called Don in, and sure enough, he produced the goods. And we've got now 3 fine boreholes, which are producing us a good water supply for the hotel. So we're set up at last.
Now, come on, boy, you'll be blasters, mate, time we'll finish with me.
Okay.
Oh, it's good old, that's a beauty.
Now, Donovan the Diviner puts on a new hat, a blaster's hat, an explosive headpiece.
Right. Yeah.
He's got to make a hole big enough to hide the hotel's septic tank. Having found water, he's now got to find a way of getting rid of it. Don loves explosives almost as much as he loves water, but he well knows how tricky they can be.
Did you hear about the old Cornish miner? See, he went in the pub.
You're full of tales, you are.
He said, I'll have 4 pints. Well, I still got my fingers. So, 'tis safe enough if you're sensible.
Right.
Right, well, another stick down there. Lovely. And a spacer. And another. Well, better give 'em off, I think. That's right. Mark your paper and break your stick. You'll do. And when I blow 2 whistles and I say, that's where you press. Not yet. All right, Richards. Right, back a bit. All right, Ian. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. I think you pressed the button too hard. Well, how about that for a job and do it anyway? Nice job. Aye. Not too much, not too little, just right.
Very nice, Don. I think the actual rock have split. You know, you can have a look at it down there. It is absolutely shattered.
You think about it. We're one of the first people ever to see it.
Yes.
We've been there for millions of years, and we come along and disturb it.
To be quite honest, Don, I don't want to see it again either.
No, very good, very good.
Donovan Wilkins has been immensely successful as a dowser. He's turned skeptics into believers, but he's not infallible.
To be sure, because when you think about it, there's 5 diviners that have a look at this.
Now he takes his islander friend Keith Lowe to a spot where, for once at least, he did get it wrong. On that occasion, his tools didn't help him. Neither the bits of coloured plastic, which he calls his witnesses and which help to concentrate his mind, nor the more traditional hazel forks. Dowsing is an art, not a science, after all. But still Don is puzzled.
For sure. I saw water here, as did Margaret, and of course it talked 1,000 gallon an hour, which we've never found over here.
No, that's vastly more.
When we were looking for a lot of water, I said to Ralph, what did he think about it? And he said it felt all right. Well, I sent a map off to another map dowser.
Yeah.
So in fact, that's 5 dowsers who looked at this. We've all got it wrong, because we drilled out 150 feet.
Yeah.
And there's no water, none.
But
what are we looking at?
I don't know. It's standing there now.
It's completely changed.
Has it?
Changed completely. We've got a lot of green all the way around the outside. Ooh.
Well, that's the sign of a depleted course.
Depleted course.
It didn't give green when...
Not when we were here before.
No.
No, but now it's picked up yellow as well.
So, what we're all looking at, I don't really know. It perplexes me. It really does. It irritates me a bit if I come to think of it.
We haven't got the watercolours on the centre anymore.
So it's actually changed.
It's actually changed completely.
Is that because it's been drilled? Don,
Well,
do you think?
drilling must have
Possibly,
affected
I
it. Drilling
imagine.
does
Yes.
influence
Yeah.
the energy lines there. I suspect we may have a meeting place here of the information about water and not the water itself. I don't really know. But it does show that we ain't always right.
A fine ship for disabled.
I shall make it up there, able or disabled.
Yeah. Am I going the right way?
John Hicks is one of an old established Isles of Scilly family. Now he's ferrying Donovan and Margaret to the little outer island of Gew.
I certainly thought the way he's waving at he may have had a fishing line out.
With him is his crew, Rita Parker with the stripy sweater and Piglet, centre with the wet nose. There's the weather as well, and it's getting worse.
Old fog coming in a bit now, John.
Yes, it is, Don. It's looking murky all the time, yeah. Not so good.
You've got to know your way round in the islands, I think, here when the fog does come in.
It does help a little bit to know where you're going, I must admit, yeah. Sometimes you'll be out, quite a nice day, and you'll see a bank of fog coming towards you in a couple of minutes' time. You're in fog thick as a bag.
I won't go on Gew today.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I won't go up and have a look at the old man of the Gew
The
up
old
there.
man. Yeah, that's...
Interesting old stone.
Yeah, that's the one standing up there now, you can see up there, look.
Yeah.
That's the old man now.
Yeah.
Something strange about the old man up there, Don, you may know more about. There's this old story in Scilly about the old fisherman who he'd go off fishing. Quite often, you know, fog would suddenly come down, thick as a bag around the boat. You know, wouldn't have a catch chance he'd get known normally. But this old boy, something would tell him exactly where to go. And he'd just be going along and always end up back here at the Gew. Something, I don't know what it was, something would lead him back here.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because of some of the strange things that I found up there. As a water diviner, you come across all sorts of things which aren't really water. Sometimes I try to disregard them, but he was so powerful up there that I couldn't. And I don't know whether like go up there and have a look at it sometime.
Yeah.
But this is for sure. Coming away from that rock, there are, job to know, energy lines or force lines, something like that, which I'm able to divine. Now, I see water sometimes. I wonder whether this old fisherman can see the lines that came away from the old man of the Dew, like a direction post.
It's a possibility, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I didn't tell you, didn't matter how thick the fog was.
That's an interesting idea.
Green line at that point.
What are you finding?
I'm finding two lines. One is green and the second one is yellow. Yeah.
It is negative, not positive.
It's definitely negative. The yellow line is now coming up. It's quite a wide line.
Yeah.
There it goes.
That's interesting. That's
intriguing.
Now, it was funny what John just told me about the fisherman who seemed to have found his way back.
Yeah.
I wonder whether he's picking up those lines.
Well, it's the width of the line that makes me think, because it's not a narrow one. It's quite a wide line, which they would be able to pick up.
But the fisherman, see, he wouldn't be using a rod.
No.
So perhaps he saw it like we see water.
Yes. Very, very likely. Intriguing.
Oh, well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Now the mysteries of dowsing deepen. Not only apparently can water be brought to light through this ancient art, but things unseeable and untouchable. This is still not magic, but we are entering a field where senses and even knowledge have been lost for ages. The island of Dew is connected to the larger St. Agnes by a sandy causeway. Donovan has found much water on St. Agnes and many friends, like Bernard Tucker here in the pink shirt. But he wants to look at Dew now for a very different reason.
And I found a very strange thing. Normally when we find water, if you follow a line, it tends to break up like the branches of a tree.
Yeah.
And this was the first time that I ever found a course which came along and stopped.
Yeah.
That leads me to think that we don't divine water, but we divine the information and the energy carried by water. And I think that whoever put that stone, being the right stone, in the right place and over a water course, knew very much what they were doing.
So you think somebody actually put the stone there, rather than naturally?
I really do. And when I walked around, and the first time I came here, I didn't have any preconceived ideas of it at all. But let's go around and have a look. Look, can you...
hang on to something for me.
yeah, I'll have this stick for a minute. Margaret, would you have a stick? I'll do the water first, and then you come around with perhaps that one on colour. But I'll do the water first. I think, in all honesty, I'm done enough water dowsing that what I say should have some reality in it. Now, that's a very strong course. It really is strong. Now, I go around, we'll walk all the way around again. I don't trip over you. And the first time I ever came across it, it was here.
Yeah.
Never found that before, and it's still like I found it, so that's one thing. Now, I'm going round now and think about the old man of the Dew.
Yeah.
You follow me, will you, Margaret?
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful that Bernard is here, because in a minute I'll show you what may be a strange thing.
Yeah.
Because he was the first one that brought me up here.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what it is, but by thinking about the old man, I probably get different reactions. So I might make a kick mark in the floor just to see where it is. So I'm going to think about the old man of the Gew and see what we got. So I get a reaction here now, which I didn't get for water. You have a look at that, Margaret. And there. Ah, another one there. Now that's interesting. See, I've walked over the water line and didn't get it. But I got it. I got another line there. These are very, very powerful lines. You share a stick with me in it. You think I'm doing it, but you want to try it. You've never shared a stick with me yet, have you? No. Ow. Oh, to get very uncomfortable. Are you getting on, Margaret? Are you getting any colours?
Yes. That line there is on green.
I don't necessarily know, John, what these colours mean at the moment. Not necessarily watercolours. Very often, with green, we might find that that means a depleted course. But I don't think it's relative. Now, when you were out in the boat, what did you pick up?
I was picking up green and yellow.
Well, look, John, from here, where were we in the boat?
Straight out through there.
And that's
just
where...
picking out from.
And that's where I had the yellow line out in the boat.
Yeah.
So whether they went like the segments of the circle, or whether they're straight lines, I'd have to do a lot more work to find out. Anyway, come on, go with me. That's right on.
Yeah.
Now, the way in which we hold it is like that, reasonably firm, not too tight, or you might break me stick, and he's worth a lot of money. All right? Now, you bring your hand up and out. Like, just absolutely right. Now, whoa. I'm going to activate the stick by bending it. You have to keep your hand. Now, can you see a feel of life that's in that stick?
Yeah.
Right, now you come and walk with me. And I'm going to think about the old man of the Gew. See my hand is open? Now, do you hear the stick creak?
Yes, right. God, that's amazing, isn't it?
Well, we see what it does to my hand.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's the stone. What are you actually thinking of when you do it?
Just a stone.
Just a stone?
I don't know what else to think
Nothing
about.
else, just a stone.
I don't know. Now, this is the interesting and strange part. Bernard here. We came up here to have another look at it. And we thought it would be interesting to put sort of two people in line, and so we could look over and get a line. And it just happened to be that the line that goes through Bernard's house, which is the one we've just found there, I put Bernard to stand there. I want to see what happened. Bernard, can you stand?
Yeah, whereabouts
well, no,
was
you
it,
check
isn't it?
this a minute, Margaret. See if you see if you can get it very specifically. No, Bernard, will you stand aside, please? That's right. You come in about there, and see if you can find what colour it is. Good.
That's where the line is. And the colour of it.
I sometimes say there's all a lot of rubbish, but it's interesting.
It's amazing,
See,
yeah.
it's believing, though.
And what have you got?
It's a blue line.
Blue line.
I've got a blue line.
Right. Now, Bernard, could you stand there, please? And I think we want to stand a bit back one side. Now, Margaret, you're more sensitive than I am.
Yeah.
Forget the colour.
Yeah.
Never done this? Right. Go on, Margaret. Now, be open-minded about it and be to your own self true. And walk in front of him and see whether we get it. Now, maybe you don't believe her. Come and try it with me.
Would anyone do that? Would anyone standing there
Come
do
and,
that?
no, I don't know. We'll put you there in a minute.
That colour that you
Give John your stick. Bernard, please, would you stay there a little bit further over? I'd like to try to read it because she's never tried. You ever dowsed before?
No.
Well, come on, catch all this. Other hand. Now, perhaps we better have Margaret's stick. That's what you'll have sore hands for that. Like that?
Yeah.
Right, now turn your hand out.
Yeah.
There we are, lovely job. Now, keep it in that position. Can you feel there's life in
Gosh,
this thing?
yes, I can.
Right, come walk with me. Now we shall walk behind Bernard to start with.
Yeah.
Hold tight. All right. Now, what reaction?
Good heavens.
Now, go around the other side of him.
It's amazing.
Come round, keep your hand in that position. That's it. Now, back through here. Now, we're going to pick up the line again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, look, my hand's absolutely open.
Yeah.
Now, about that.
Now, is that
Amazing.
It's a
Yeah.
mystery, all right? Yeah. Absolutely.
See, that's really fascinating.
How do you explain that?
Why can he do that?
What have you been doing?
We don't know whether he absorbs it, whether he's
I'll tell you what though, blue is my colour, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Well,
It actually is. I mean, if you come over there, you see I paint everything blue.
well that don't surprise me.
It's a very special colour.
I rather suspected, and I've been waiting a long time now
it is.
to come back to see whether that was right.
But
Now,
do you feel it?
let's go back
Yeah.
amazing,
to
isn't it?
Yeah.
the old
It really is.
fisherman.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if I can see water, could this fisherman have seen the influence of that stone?
Picking up the power
Now,
line.
I don't know whether it was narrow lines or whether they were segments like Margaret's wheel. I haven't had time to work that out. Did he, in fact, get in that position that when he picked up that line, he knew his way home?
Exactly, yeah, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Don, we've seen you going around finding these power lines. Why does it happen?
Well, honestly, I don't really know. But I got some pretty good ideas, or at least, it's like theories, you don't have to prove them, do you? Ley lines, we know exist and are put there by man. They may be associated with these stones. Stones seem to collect the energy. I think this is where the activation comes from. And all over West Cornwall, in fact, lots of places that I go around, I got a job, if I happen to see one, I got to stop and have a look at it.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of thoughts put towards it. Communication. Maybe as we found the way with people years ago. There weren't the roads. You take ground like this. If there was an active stone, that could be the sense of direction. That may be why a lot of these stones are placed on the crossings of roads.
Yeah.
So there's another thought. All sorts of ideas. So you've got communication. Some even said that they had some control over the weather. We could do with a bit of that. So, like I said, more being forgotten than we now know. That's for sure. So there's all sorts of avenues that could be investigated, and various people have got various prejudices. I'd say mine is the water, obviously, because I earn my living from it. And I think that water activates these stones if you know how to go about it. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful to rediscover it? See, maybe pass it on, record it.
Yeah.
So much has been lost. So there we are.